How you doing, sister? You ready to get out? You ready to get out? Come on, girl. Hey, sister, do you know that you are an Israelite that the Bible speaks of? Right. Do you know that you are a true princess? Right. But instead, the white man got you thinking you gotta shake your butt for money.
Look, this the Black Holocaust. I knew it was prophecy. 1,000 times worse than the Jewish atrocities. Uneven playing field, there'll never be a fair score. Cause in 1619, that's when they declared war. We the 12 tribes, the ones that the promise reaches. My Negro.
First and foremost, we want to give Kal Halal Yahweh, Bahashima Mashiach Yahushai. That's all praises to the Most High God in the name of His only begotten Son, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Alright? Another day has come, and once again we're in the front of another filthy strip club. Alright? Once again our people are still destroyed in 2019. Nothing has changed since Atlanta, since Magic City. Alright? We are here to spiritually burn this place down.
Right.
Alright? Let me get that.
Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. And now Israel, what doeth the Lord thy God require of thee?
And this is what we're lacking, man. We're lacking what we're supposed to be doing. For some reason, we come to these places or work at these places with no knowledge of self, with no knowledge of what we need to be doing. Read it again.
And now Israel, what does the Lord thy God require of thee?
The Most High requires something of you, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American. The Most High requires something of you. Read.
But to fear Yahweh thy power.
Fear the Most High God. All right?
To walk in all His ways.
To walk in all His ways, all His laws, statutes, and commandments. That is what the Most High requires of you.
Right.
Not to take off your clothes for petty change.
Bring it on.
Not to emulate the woman, not to put her up on a pedestal like she don't bleed 7 days out of the month.
And to love Him and to serve Yahweh thy power.
And that's what we not doing, man. We not serving the Most High, our power. Instead, we serving the Armenians. Instead, we serving the Russians. Instead, we serving whoever owns this dirty place.
Bring it out. With all thy heart and with all thy soul.
And we supposed to serve the Most High with all our hearts and all our soul.
Right.
You done with that, right? Con. Yeah, Micah 6 and 8.
This is Micah chapter 6, verse 8. He have showed thee, O man, what is good.
The Most High has showed us what is good. Moses has showed us what is good. Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, has showed us what is good.
That's right.
And what doeth the Lord require of thee?
Once again, the Most High requires something of you, so-called Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. If you an Edomite, go ahead, continue stripping, man. That's your business.
That's right.
Please those dudes that love them bony butts.
But to do justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with our God.
To love mercy and to walk humbly with the Most High. See, right now we showing mercy to y'all. We can take this place down like nothing. The Most High, the Most High is going to destroy this place.
Yes.
Thus saith the Most High.
That's
it on there?
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
So now we're 3 precepts in. Let's hear the conclusion of the whole matter. This is what it's all about. You already heard what's required of you, but you're not going to do it because that mighty dollar is what lures you in. The fake fame and glory. And that's why the Most High keeps giving y'all these problems with these fake butt implants. Fake breast implants. Fake lips. Fake hair. Ain't ain't a damn thing real about you. But you want a real nigga.
Bring it on. God, it say, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments.
The conclusion of that matter is what?
Fear God and keep his commandments.
That's the conclusion of the matter. That's all that matters on this earth. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments.
Right.
Not fear Esau and keep his stripper laws. Not fear Esau and love homosexuals.
Right.
Because we know these women in here are loving each other.
Right.
And we know our brothers who are lost in the sauce are loving them because they love each other.
Right.
Just pure wickedness. Who the hell opens up a strip club at 4 o'clock in the afternoon anyways?
Right. Bring it out.
Don't nobody got jobs no more?
Bring it out.
Everybody got something better to do? You know, there was a joke talking about you can go and get your chicken nuggets and watch a chick strip. I pray to God I never see any place like that in my life. Y'all ain't got no wives at home that'll cook for you? She can't bust it wide open?
God.
Go ahead, man.
God. It said, fear God and keep his commandments.
Fear God and keep his commandments. What else?
For this is the whole duty of man.
This is the whole duty of man.
Right.
All right? Hold that. Let me get letter to Jeremiah. It's Baruch, and it's the last chapter, and I want verse 29. You're not going to notice it, but it's there. And here's what we've been doing, man. We've been putting, and I ain't going to say those words, we've been putting the vagina on a pedestal. We've been putting these women up above us like that's their position. But the Most High says they are not your gods. Got it?
You said Jeremiah,
Baruch
6 and
29.
God.
What is this? Let me see.
I know you can't see it.
Con.
God. Rebuke, chapter 6, verse 29. Mistress women and women and children in childbed eat their sacrifices.
Go ahead.
By these things you may know that they are no gods.
You women are not gods. You will never rule over a so-called black Hispanic man standing over here.
Right.
Read it again.
God, mistress women and women in childbed eat their sacrifices.
Go ahead.
By these things ye may know that they are no gods.
They are no gods. They are not your God. Go ahead.
Fear them not.
Fear them not. Man, I'm afraid she gonna leave me. I'm afraid she don't love me. We'll get another one.
Right.
Man up.
Isaiah chapter 3 verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors and women rule over them.
Children are their oppressors and women rule over them. Our children oppress us. And guess who seek to rule over us? Our women. Sometimes they ain't even our women. It's the next man woman.
No.
That's adultery. That's worthy of death. Go ahead.
O my people, they which led thee to they which called thee to err.
They cause us to err. They cause us to go off. They cause us to leave the straight and narrow path. Go ahead, that's it? Go ahead.
And destroy the ways of thy path.
Con. Let me get that. This is 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 17. Honor all men. Love the brotherhood. Honor all men. This ain't just about the women, man. It's also about you wicked brothers. Honor all men. What they say, there's no honor amongst thieves. There's no honor amongst you sleeping with the next man's woman. Honor all men. Read.
Fear God.
Fear the Most High.
honor the king.
Honor our king. Let's see, read it again.
1 Peter chapter 2, verse 17. Honor all men.
Honor all men.
Love the brotherhood.
Love the brotherhood. That's what you see up here. The love of brethren. The fact that we've come all together to condemn this wicked, stank place.
That's right.
Smelling like weak old cheese.
Fear God. Honor the king.
Fear the Most High and honor Yahweh Shai.
That's right. Good. 1 John chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say, I love the Most High,
If you, and here's what you all, I pray, if you do go in this wicked place, just look at all the strippers and look at all the men that go in there. Everybody got a cross around their neck. Everybody got a cross tattoo. Everybody's a Christian. Everybody believe in God, right? Go ahead.
from the top, 1 John chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother,
And you all just hate your brother. Because if you loved your brother, you would be keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Hold that. Let me get that. 1 John 5.
I'm right here.
Con.
1 John chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God.
No, 2. Start at 2.
Select it. 1 John chapter 5, verse 2. By this we know that we love the children of God.
This is how we know if you love us. Us standing out here is showing you that we have nothing but love for you. We do not hate you all.
Bring it out.
This is love. Read.
When we love God and keep his commandments.
When we love God and do what Esau tells us to do.
When we love God and keep his commandments.
When we love God and chase money.
When we love God and keep his commandments.
When we love the Most High and we keep his laws, statutes, and commandments.
God.
That's what the Bible says. That's the New Testament. Go ahead.
God.
Go ahead, 3, yeah, go ahead, 3.
God. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments. And his commandments are not grievous.
It does not hurt me to tell you when you're wrong. It doesn't hurt me to not eat pork. It doesn't hurt me to not want the next man's woman. This is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
God.
Hold that. Let me get 1 Esdras 4:27.
God. This is 1 Esdras chapter 4, verse 27. It says, many also have perished, have erred, and sinned for women.
Many have perished and erred and sinned just for women. Say, marvel not at her beauty, man. Read it again.
1 Esdras chapter 4, verse 27. Many also have perished, have erred, and sinned for women.
Many have perished, many have erred, and many have sinned for women. That's it. That's it.
God, that's it on it.
Con. Let me get go ahead.
Because you said under the king, right?
Con.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 1. It say, be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ.
Be ye followers of who? Read it.
Me, even as I also am of Christ.
So Paul ain't saying nothing different than what Christ said, Yahweh Shai said. Be ye followers of me like I'm a follower of Christ. Keep the law, statutes, and commandments. That's what Christ did. That's what Paul did. That's what Zechariah did. That's what Nehemiah did. That's what Ezra did.
Verse 3, but I will have you know that that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of every woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God.
See, there's an order to things.
Right.
But y'all all out of whack. You all are not in order. The men up here understand one thing. That we need to be in order.
God.
Without order, there's chaos.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 34. But when the Pharisees had heard that he had put the Sadducees to silence, they were gathered together. Then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempting him and saying,
Hey, they tried to tempt the Lord. Go ahead.
Master, which is the great commandment in the law?
What is the greatest commandment in the law?
Yahushua said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart.
You shall love the Most High with all your heart. Go ahead.
And with all thy soul.
And with all thy soul.
And with all thy mind.
And with all your mind. Go ahead.
This is the first and great commandment.
Go ahead.
And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
And you shall love your neighbor as yourself. You coming up in here spending money to see women is not loving your neighbor. It's not even loving yourself. You're destroying your sisters. Sisters, you're destroying your brothers. All the way to 30, all the way to 44.
On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. When it's summed up, the main thing is love the Most High with all your heart and love your brother with all your heart. Your heart is your love, your mind. All right, let me get 2 Maccabees 11:22.
This is 2 Maccabees, chapter 11, verse 22. It says, Now the king's letter contained these words. King Antiochus, unto his brother Lysias, sent us greetings. Since our fathers is translated unto the gods, our will is that they are in our gods, that they are in realm lively quiet,
Go ahead.
that everyone may attend unto his own affairs.
Go ahead.
We understand also
What do they understand also?
that the Jews will not consent to our father,
Hey, and we will not consent to this. Go ahead.
for to be brought unto the customs of the Gentiles, but had rather keep their own manner of living.
Read it again.
Come. We understand also that the Jews will not consent to our father.
We will not follow your law, statutes, and commandments, so-called white man.
God.
We will follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God.
That's right.
Go ahead.
For to be brought unto the customs of the Gentiles, but had rather kept, keep
Take your time.
their own manner of living.
But what?
Had rather keep their own manner of living.
We would rather keep our own manner of living. Go ahead.
For the which cause they required of us.
How you doing, sister? You ready to get out? You ready to get out? Come on, girl. Come to the truth. Yeah. Go ahead.
Come. For the which cause they require of us.
Hey, sister, do you know that you are an Israelite that the Bible speaks of?
Right.
Do you know that you are a true princess?
Right.
But instead, the white man got you thinking you got to shake your butt for money. All right?
It says that we should suffer them to live after their own laws. Verse 25, wherefore our mind is that this nation shall be in rest, and that we have determined to restore them their temple.
And that's what happened, man. We cared so much about keeping the law, statutes, and commandments that they said, you know what? We're going to let them be. We're going to help them build their temple. That's what they said. That's it on that.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 26, verse 4. Trust ye in the Lord forever.
Trust ye in the Lord forever.
For the Lord Yahweh is everlasting strength. For he breaketh down them that dwell on high.
No, bring it back.
Verse 4. Trust ye in the Lord forever.
Trust ye in the Most High forever. Go ahead.
For in the Lord Yahweh is everlasting strength.
That's where we get our strength, man. When we trust in the Most High. The Most High gives us our strength.
Right.
All right? Read it again. Oh, hold on. You got it.
2 Maccabees chapter 4, verse 15. It say, not setting by the honors of their fathers.
Not setting by the honors of your fathers. That's what you sisters are doing. You're not setting by the honors of your fathers.
Right.
That's what you brothers are doing when you go here. You're not setting by the honors of your fathers. But what are they doing?
But liking the glory of the Grecians.
But you're liking the glory of the Grecians.
Bring it out.
You love how they live. You love what they believe in. You love what they think makes sense. Let's sit on there, right? Con. Isaiah 50 and 10.
This is Isaiah chapter 50, verse 10. Who is among you that feareth the Lord?
Which one of you women in there fear the Lord? Which one of you brothers in there fear the Lord? Go ahead.
That obeyeth the voice of his servant, that walketh in darkness and hath no light.
So how can you say you obey the Lord and walk in darkness and not light? That doesn't work like that. If you obey the Lord, you'll be in light.